Welcome! Recently I've been staging a lot of properties over $1 million, so I thought I would share with you some of my behind the scenes staging experiences, and you can see some of the before and after pictures of some fabulous homes. I hope you'll also pick up maybe a few tips here and there, and maybe they will help you with your home. Enjoy! I had the opportunity to stage this gorgeous property in Westmount, which is right by Montreal, right on the mountain, and I want to share with you a few of my experiences with it. When you walk into the house, it's an open floor plan. There's a living room, the dining room, and the family room. They're all connected into one sort of L-shaped open space. So we'll start with the dining room. The walls were quite neutral, so a lot of home stagers, this makes life pretty easy. There are also a lot of windows. So one of the first things that I'm concerned about is that it can look quite cold with white walls, so putting some curtains on the windows makes a big difference. Some stagers won't do it, but I generally, if the curtains are 85 inches to 108 inches, I will put them up as part of my staging job because I feel it really warms up the space. Because there are quite a few white walls here, it's important to put up some art. Now, you don't want to have it too flashy. You want to give this calm feeling when somebody walks into the room. So I tended to use more earth tones because the floors, there was a lot of wood and brick and in this property. So I used more neutral tones. And I put in a big glass table and some reeds, and it really made a difference in the space. As you can see, I also added place settings on the glass table. I find when you use a glass table, it tends to look a little more bare than, let's say, a hardwood table. So plus you see, of course, the chair legs through the glass, so I find the space is warmed up when you add place settings and some fabric, and just to make it a little bit more interesting. Some stagers feel it adds clutter, but I feel the walls are so bare already that it's nice just to have a little something extra in the room. Also reeds, when you put reeds in the room, if you have a blank wall or you have to fill a corner, it's great to put reeds there. Sometimes if you have a high cabinet on one side and you want to balance it out on the other side and you don't have a cabinet, putting reeds there just makes the room more symmetrical. This family room is really gorgeous. I just love the stone wall, and it just there's so much character, and that big solid wood beam is really, it's beautiful. One of the things that I noticed is that the windows beside the stone walled fireplace are different than the other windows. They go right up to the ceiling, and I decided that I would not put curtains there because the bottoms of the curtains would rest on the stone, so it's not going to look right. So I felt like, okay, if somebody actually decided to live here and, well, purchase the property, they would have to invest in their own custom window coverings. Now, because this area is open to the dining room, I had to create a separate space. So one of the ways to do that is to add a large area rug. In this particular home, I added an 8x10. It's a neutral rug. One of the best places to get these neutral rugs, at least in Canada, is from Costco. They come in 8x10, and they come in, I think it was 9x7, and they're really great. I use them all the time, and you can always add color to them. So I added the area rug and a leather sectional sofa in light gray, and then I just added accessories, and it sort of felt like a separate area compared to, let's say, the dining room and the living room. In this living room, the owners decided to paint the walls slightly different color than the living room, than the dining room and the family room. So I also chose a different color curtain. It actually blended in really well with the wall color. And one of the fun things I like doing is to add a mirror above the fireplace. I find that sometimes when you add art above the fireplace, it makes the room look busier, but if you want to have something above there that just kind of blends in with the decor, is very calming, putting a mirror up there is really beautiful. And again, I put an area rug, and I put 2 neutral sofas. I had beige leather sofas and a different coffee table. It was glass with wooden legs. And I added some geometric patterns, pillows, and it made it look different than the rest of the rooms, but I thought it looked really good. Another thing I really like using is large art. If you have large art, it makes a big difference. Also, when you're using art, especially when it's going to be photographed, make sure that you use more canvas art than art that has glass with a glass frame, because the canvas art does not reflect the light, and when the photographer is taking pictures and you have a lot of art that is covered with glass and framed, there's a lot of reflection, so you don't get the same depth of colors. So I tend to use mostly canvas art pieces, and if I can get large ones, sometimes they're like 50 by 60 inches, they're big. They look beautiful. It looks like an art gallery. So anyway, you can always keep your eyes open if you are in art galleries for some interesting large pieces of art. We are finally in the kitchen. This is the last room on the main floor. And as you can see, there's a window seat, and this is very common in some of the historical buildings that you find in this particular area. So when you see this, I strongly recommend to put pillows there. In this particular case, there's a heater underneath the seat, so sometimes if you have people that are shopping for a home, they might just rest and sit there and take a look around, and it's a cute little area, so dress it up. Put the pillows there and make it inviting. As far as the rest of the kitchen goes, usually the modern kitchens have the Corian countertops and stainless steel appliances, built-in appliances. So add some color, add a bowl of fruit, or I try to stay to one color fruit. So either add lemons or add oranges or apples, so it doesn't look too busy, and add plants here and there. And if there's some open shelving, you can add canisters or some cookbooks or something like that, just to make the space more welcoming. Upstairs in the master bedroom, this room was a little different for me because I had never dealt with windows that size. I was debating whether I would actually put curtains on them, and I decided to, and I think I put 25-inch curtains. I had a lot of trouble finding some. Anyways, I put them on each side, and I found that it made that particular area look a little bit better. The ceilings are sloping, so I happened to get a chair underneath one of the ceilings, and I put a queen-size bed in, and I just add a little bit of glam as far as the night tables went. And sometimes when you add fabric beds as opposed to, let's say, IKEA or wooden ones, fabric tends to look warmer, and fabric tends to look a little bit richer. I think this property was listed for 1.7 or 1.8 million, so it wouldn't look right to put an IKEA bed in it. The ensuite bathroom to the master bedroom is beautiful. There's marble all the way up the walls in the shower area. One of the big things that I noticed right away, which is very common when people are flipping houses or renovating them to sell, is that they tend to skimp on the final details. And one of them is putting mirrors in. Now, I couldn't leave it like this, so I put in a mirror above the cabinet, and the purchaser actually bought it from me because it happened to match really closely to the cabinet. Also, I think it's great to put towels, fresh towels in, not washed towels, but ones that are really nice and soft and look new. So put them in, add a little bit of color, and you are good to go. Sometimes even putting a little ottoman adds some interest with maybe a magazine or something on it. Makes the room more appealing. This is the last room in this property that I staged. It is the family bathroom. I think this bathroom is really gorgeous. Architecturally, it's incredible. I love the ceiling in the shower and the molding, and it's really beautiful. So to stage this particular bathroom, I just layered some towels on the bathtub, and I put fresh towels on in the cabinets, the glass cabinets. I tried to incorporate some of the towel colors with the colors that I had in the art that I had hanging there. I would like to mention that if you're staging a property, whether you're living there or whether it's a vacant property, make sure your toilet seat is down. Also, make sure there's no toilet brush or garbage can. Just put them away. And if you forget, hopefully the photographer who comes will make sure that those items are not in the picture. I hope you enjoyed my video. I am looking forward to doing a few more and showing you some of the properties that I'm working on. And if I can help you at all, you can always email me or leave a comment. Have a great day. Bye.